Hey there, South Mississippi. Chief Meteorologist Eric Jeansonne here with a quick update on the forecast. As we take a look at the radar this evening, earlier today we had a few showers and a few downpours in some areas, especially over towards Picayune and southern Pearl River County. We had a few storms. Now that the sun has gone down, most of those storms have pretty much fizzled out, so not really looking at much more in the way of rain overnight tonight. Hancock, Whitney Bank Tower Cam, and Gulfport is pretty quiet this evening. As we take a look at futurecasts going into tomorrow morning, it'll be a nice start with temperatures around 6 a.m. starting off in the 60s. We're going to warm into the 70s by around 9 a.m. and by lunchtime, most of us kind of capping off in the mid to upper 80s tomorrow afternoon. We're going to notice a little bit more in the way of an easterly breeze developing throughout the afternoon, and we can rule out perhaps an isolated shower, kind of like what we saw today. Can't rule out an isolated shower or a downpour as we go into tomorrow afternoon or evening. As far as rain chances go, they stay relatively slim throughout the rest of the week, but we are keeping an eye on Saturday going into Sunday, potentially into Monday as well, for maybe a little bit better chance for some scattered showers and maybe some thunderstorms. So here's a look at the setup here. We're going to have a ridge of high pressure just to our north. We're going to have low pressure developing out over the Gulf. And in between that, we're going to see a stationary boundary that will be draped across the northern Gulf Coast. So that boundary is going to be the focal point for scattered showers and thunderstorms. The thing is, it looks like most of that activity stays out over the water over the next several days. It won't be until as we head towards perhaps the weekend into Sunday that if that boundary can lift a little bit further north, it could bring some of those showers closer to the coast. Notice the rainfall potential looks like the heaviest rain stays out over the water. It doesn't look like a big washout or a drought-busting rain for South Mississippi, but we will have a better opportunity for some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms as we go into Saturday, Sunday, potentially into Monday. Now, with this setup, we are going to notice some breezy conditions setting up over land and out over the open water, over the Sound, and offshore, especially offshore. We're going to see some pretty windy, rough conditions developing for the marine area. So, looking at futurecasts as we head towards lunchtime tomorrow, notice winds start to pick up anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour with some gusts over 20 miles per hour at times, but you can see out over the water those winds are going to be a little bit stronger at times, and this wind is not going to go away anytime soon. We're pretty much going to stick around with these breezy conditions throughout the weekend into Sunday, possibly into Monday as well. So if you have some plans to be out over the water in the Sound, we're looking at breezy conditions setting up, rough seas developing with those east winds. Same thing for areas offshore, 20 to 30 miles offshore. We're looking at some pretty rough conditions. In fact, we have small craft advisories in effect until Sunday because of these rough conditions setting up out over the water. A quick update on the tropics. We've been keeping an eye on Umberto and Imelda. Umberto no longer. The remnants are getting shredded apart by wind shear. Imelda is not the most organized system, but it is there. As we go throughout the next day or so, it is going to become an extratropical system and become a large area of low pressure and impact areas like the UK in the coming days. As far as this year, as far as the hurricane season goes, we've had 4 hurricanes, 2 Category 5 hurricanes, 1 Category 4, that was Gabrielle, and Imelda briefly became a Category 2 hurricane. So looking at the 7-day forecast, we're going to fine-tune those rain chances the closer we get to it. Again, it looks like the highest rainfall totals may stay just off the coast, but hey, we'll take whatever rain or showers we can get. Of course, we're keeping a close eye on how that might play out, especially those windy conditions and the chance for showers, how that might play out for cruising the coast, which starts to kick off by Sunday going into Monday of next week.